Close your eyes. Imagine an activity, a sport, a task, anything you want. Imagine what your hands would be doing, what you're thinking, what your feet are doing. Open your eyes. Now, is that the same as actually performing said activity, action, sport? It has been shown in previous literature that mental practice alone is not as effective as physical practice. However, it has not been shown whether or not the combined action of mental and physical practice could lead to a synergistic improvement on effective learning. By the study by Wulf and Horstmann, it is a study that aimed to determine whether or not the combined action of mental and physical activities could then improve the effective learning over a task. This required students with no prior knowledge of what they were going to entail to come forth and participate in a golf putting scenario. They were split into 3 different groups. There was the 100% information feedback group, which allowed them to receive information on how they did after every single putt. There was a 50% information group that only allowed them to receive information on half the number of putts, with the other half with them being prevented from actually viewing how they received and how they did on that putt. And finally, the third group, which is the mental group. These people did not receive any information on how they did, with them being completely blocked so that they were unable to view and see how they did and whether or not they were accurate with their previous putt. The results were pretty surprising, being that the 50% information group actually showed a more effective learning than the 100% information feedback group and the mental group. However, all 3 groups did improve the amount of accuracy and lowered their amount of errors that they did over the course of the experiment. This showed, therefore, based off the 50% information feedback group having a greater accuracy and a greater improvement of learning, that they did not rely on the information received from the researcher on their accuracy, and did show that they were able to kind of include a response effect and change mechanism that allowed them to actually improve on what they did. However, this did contradict with our original hypothesis that the combined action of mental and physical would lead to a more synergistic approach, since the individual actions did not show a greater effect to learning, and that only the 50% information group was only able to improve the learning at a greater rate. In conclusion, there is a clear advantage to actually performing an activity instead of just imagining it mentally, and that future directions could be done to undertake the exact mechanisms of why the combined action of mental and physical practice could lead to a better effect on learning than just physical practice alone. Thank you.